We are going to be giving one example each of women in the Bible who are feminists, right? So, starting with Amanda is the first person.
All right. I don't know what has the same person I think. But I just want to mention a little bit of a bad bitch, a little queen. We love her. We love her vibes. Vashti, babe.
Oh my God.
Vashti really is my vibe.
Vashti. I wrote a whole blog post about Vashti because that woman has been. They've degraded that woman so much. In all the preachings that I've heard about Vashti, like they've watched her.
Talk about Vashti.
They've watched her.
They always paint her as a villain, which is just false. Vashti really was like, who do you think you are?
Come correct.
The woman that is taking her stance.
Who do you think you are? You think because you wear a crown? Do you know where I'm from? Do you know who my father is? Do you know what I have? Like really, Vashti was like, I don't need your kingdom. Like Princess of Persia? Me?
Come and tell me to come and dance
for your friends?
Not your drunk friends.
He didn't even say just come and dance. He was like, wear the finest of your clothes and the expensive of your jewelries. And come here and dance to drunk men. Are you serious?
Like a circus animal? Who do you think I am? Like Vashti really was like
so humiliating.
Oh wow.
Vashti really had boundaries.
Vashti is my kind of person.
She's a queen.
Vashti was. I don't like the fact that people like to paint like Vashti now is in modern terms the villain of that story. Which and I feel like she missed out on a great king, which she did not. Vashti. Talk about Esther. They make it seem like Esther was gaining something from the king. Also, Esther gained nothing from the king. Gained from Esther. The king is the villain in the story.
Truly,
he has always been the villain in the story. He was a villain with Vashti, and he was a villain and weak-minded, easily manipulated man with Esther. It just shows that like people get stuck and say like, oh, Vashti lost. She lost her husband just out of the house. So that means she lost. No. Vashti was a woman who knew her worth. She knows what she is. She knows what she stands for. I'm not going to dance around in front of your friends for you to laugh and say, oh, look at my beautiful wife. I'm beautiful, yeah, but I don't need you to parade me around. And if me respecting myself means that I lose queenship in your kingdom, then so be it. And we always stand a bad beat.
I feel like with Vashti, it would have been one thing if they were all together in this party, men and women together. But I'm with my girls. You're with your boys. Why you don't come? Let it be that all the girls are coming. Let's all come and be sexy with our husband.
Right.
But you're singling me out to come out and dance.
Summoning me.
A whole queen. A whole queen.
So you're drunk, so you're not even in your best. You're not making the best decisions for yourself.
Right.
You're not making sense. You're not protecting your wife. True. That's a risky situation. Look at the culture of the place that we're in. You can't this is where people get offended with disobedience and submission. Vashti respected her husband every right until now. But just because you have respect for somebody doesn't mean that person is always going to make the best decision. He clearly was not making the best decision. I was demanding something that she knew would hurt her and him in the long run. Because what if she had gone? Now, tomorrow in the council, they're like, look at the way your wife was dancing. Look at you, weak king. Look at the way your wife, we have all seen your wife dancing.
See, I don't like the way my Bible puts it at all. My Bible says, the king sends the maid to go get Vashti because she's fair to look on.
I'm nice to look at. What are you talking about?
Like
your wife? You don't have respect.
You don't have respect for yourself.
You don't have respect for yourself. Vashti was looking out for him. And knowing that you don't even rate yourself. Because the people that you're trying to please, to say, oh, look at my nice wife. Tomorrow, they're going to look at you like...
You just came here and paraded your wife like a prostitute.
You just brought your wife out to dance for drunk men. and they're probably like groping her, talking like, what do you do? Your
Oh
wife?
my gosh, no.
And if you want her to come out tomorrow and direct women on what to do in the country,
right?
And they'll look at you like, did you not just go and dance in front of those men? What? You don't respect yourself. And Vashti was like, I will have no part in this, and I will be down. Please.
Yeah.
You understand?
All right. Charmaine, do you have another example? Or is it also Vashti?
No. My example is actually Esther. I think she was a feminist. Also. I think I hate the way that story is told as though the women should be against each other, which is, again, the patriarchy. Like, it's always one woman versus another. It's always, oh, she gained the man, so she won, but she lost the man. No. The reason why I think she was a feminist in this instance is not even the fact that she gained the queen, because, come on, he was foolish. It's the fact that she was bold and she defied laws, went to the king multiple times, and she could have been killed, essentially, which is crazy to me, because why would you kill your wife just because she hasn't been summoned and she's coming into your presence? Like, some of these things. But anyway, like, she boldly came and she's like, look, my people are going to be killed, so you need to undo this trouble, because like I'm one of them. And then stood up for her people, and that is a true example of feminism.
Which is also like, women can exist in two different realities and still both be valid. Esther, they paint her as like humble queen, sure, but she was quite disrespectful.
But like,
Esther wasn't humble.
She wasn't humble at
Esther
all.
knew how to play the game.
She knew how to play.
She really
knew what
did.
to do. She was quite calculated. And she came in all meet the girls.
Exactly.
And trying to run things from the back. But there's also space for different kinds of women. There's not one way that feminism looks.
Exactly.
If your proximity to power allows you to use your whatever that you can to do something good for society, good on you. Someone else needs to be loud. Someone else needs to be violently disobedient. Because these men will try you.
And they will.
All right. Auntie Keke, what's your example? Or is it also Vashti?
No, Vashti truly is a role model out there. I look up to her. I
really love Vashti.
Honestly.
Really
they love to tell us to never be like Vashti. Don't be like Vashti.
They hate her so much.
They hate Vashti so much.
I really love her. I've never understood how she was like. I've always liked
like,
her.
why?
What did she do wrong?
Truly. My own example of feminism in the Bible. So my example is Miriam. So Miriam, Moses' sister. And she's my example because I feel like she's she's truly a good example of how women are just like moving things in the background, but never get the credit for anything. Like when we look at the story of Moses, how they're out here killing these Hebrew men or Hebrew boys, and they're like, oh, the mother's like, okay, let's hide our baby, put him in the little, whatever, and take him on the river. She was the one with the initiative to say, okay, let's not just drop our brother and go. Let's see where this water will take him. Followed him, saw where he ended up. Again, with her initiative, said, this is God working out in mysterious ways. Let me go and now put my brother in a situation where we're the ones raising him. And then not only that, so now she's really like the one who has moved Moses' story, because now she has helped him from getting from the Hebrew house to Pharaoh's house, and she has made a way for him to still have a little seed of his culture in there, because at the end of the day, his mother definitely raised him until he was a teenager, so he had his culture around him. But then not only that, when homeboy left, ran away, came back, she's still the one out here mending relationship with Moses and Aaron. And still very few versions even include Miriam when she's not now, playing her tambourine when they've crossed the river, Red Sea. Like many versions don't even include her in the stories of how she definitely mended their relationship.
OG architect.
Really, like she is the architect of Moses' story. And I feel like you can't tell, without Miriam, Moses would not be there. Without Miriam, the Israelites would not have left Egypt. Without Miriam, we would still be in Egypt. There will be no Canaan. we would still be there.
Well, we wouldn't be there, but somebody would be there.
We the Hebrews.
So I feel like that's my own example of feminism. So I feel like that's like so many of us have experienced just being in the background, not being noticed, not being credited, they're not even smelling your aura. You're just someone else. But then if they really take time to think about it, without you, there's nothing. And that's really the role women are playing in this world.
Which is also like true, like leadership. That was she wasn't like, people think feminism and they think, oh, you want to be the president, you want to run the world. Yeah, sure. But also, some people just want things to work the way they're supposed to work. People just want the world to be good. Everybody's not trying to be the president. Everybody's not trying to run. Sometimes people just want things to work smoothly. And Miriam.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. My example was Vashti, but I think I have another example. Eve.
Okay.
Eve is an example of a feminist.
You have my attention.
I'm sure, like when you hear the story of the Garden of Eden, you know, Eve is like the one that caused the whole scene and caused God to chase Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden and all those things. You know, she was like the originator of sin. Until disobedience.
The way they said Eve in these books, man.
But look at the situation from another perspective. Eve is the only person in the Garden of Eden that questioned the status quo. She did not say because God said. I mean, I'm not saying anybody should go and disobey God. Well, God punish you. but she did not say because God said, don't eat out of this fruit, I'm not going to eat it. She did not say because, God created me out of, took one rib out of Adam to create me, then I'm lesser in authority. She wanted like the same authority with Adam. What Adam can do, I can do. She made her own choices. She did not rely on, okay, what will Adam think or what will God think? That's my example. The only person in the Garden of Eden that questions the status quo. You don't have to go with everything that is going on in the world. You don't have to follow every rule without questioning anything. That's the problem. That's our problem right now. Everybody is just going. We are just following like a rat, like a frog. We are just jumping. Nobody's questioning anything. Nobody's saying anything. But yeah.
I really like that example, especially because like when we talk about leadership again, going back to leadership. If Adam truly was a good leader, he would have been able to support homegirl who had questions. If he really was a good leader, he would have been able to convince her and say, no, here's the thing, the instruction we've gotten from God. Here's why things should be done a certain way, why they should not be done a certain way. But homeboy didn't do anything. And then she supposedly sins. And then not only does she now sin, you go and hide. She's still the one to come out first and boldly say, I was the one who defiled. You are still hiding. If they check
she gave you up.
What did you say, Charmaine?
He said, this woman you gave me.
This woman you gave me. Imagine.
After she ate the apple, he followed her, ate the apple, said nothing. God gave him the commandment. Him. Was she even in the picture at that point? She wasn't in the picture. God gave you the commandment. You were supposed to lead and say, no, in this home, we don't do this. But no, you went, you ate the fruit. God came, now you're saying, God, this woman you gave me. Please, what is that?
15 blame.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I have another example, actually. I know we're supposed to only have one, but like this one is like, Jesus is always the answer. Jesus was a feminist, guys. Like,
100%.
Truly,
he was
a feminist. Like, you may want to say what you want to say, but Jesus was a feminist. He always
listened to women.
Hang out with prostitutes.
He was
calling out stupid laws and stupid rules.
Exactly.
Jesus would not stand for the things that are going on today. People are something to judge everybody. Jesus was like,
Right? The woman at the well. What are you talking about?
That's Jesus. Like, really?
Seriously.
Like,
standing up for the adulteress who had committed adultery. Where is the man that committed adultery with her? But you want to stone the woman? He said, please, stone her if you have no sin.
Jesus came and said, something is not going on right here.
Honestly. It would have been one thing if they caught the two of them and the two of them were about to be stoned. And then Jesus said, okay, no, don't stone them. But like, they let the man go. Then they want to take the woman to stone her because she's committing adultery requires two people.
Two people.
And she's not the one that's married. Get out of here.
What? Seriously.
And I feel like
that was not about to fly.
I feel like even when it comes to Jesus, people also forget that how he says he came for, those who don't know God, like the bottom of the bottom, all of those things. Those were who his disciples were made up of, right? But then if you also look at the people who were with Jesus from day one, that he never had to question their loyalty. He never had to question their integrity. It's always the women. Mary Magdalene.
It was Mary Magdalene.
By him.
A whole harlot.
A whole harlot. He never questioned her loyalty, never questioned her intentions. And she was with him till the very end. Like, people don't...
And she was the first witness to his resurrection.
Right?
Listen to this.
People make it seem like Jesus only hung around men because men are the ones who are in charge. But Jesus hung around people who needed him to hang around them.
You know what came into my head?
We've got it. He didn't need to...
You know what just came into my head?
What?
Somebody was asking in the comments of Mr. Babaloya's tweet about why Jesus didn't have any female disciples. And your points made sense, but then I was just thinking the disciples were like workers, were like subordinates, were like the women were his friends.
They really were.
They were always equal. He was not in
competition.
Look, the women were placed in higher positions.
The women were always higher. They were always. They were friends. Like, your workers and your friends are not on the same level.
And like on the same level, like even someone else was explaining it too. I think not on this post, but I was reading something the other day, and they said part of why women are also not the ones who are in the disciples. When you have to think about it, the time of those days, if you just see random women with a group of men who are usually being followed by people in packs, huge ass packs, it was not going to be safe for them. So also Jesus, being the smart one that he is, knew
and sensible.
This is not a situation for you in the time that we're living
in.
So no, do your work in your communities back home. When I see you, I see you. But we don't need you on the road. So again, no one is less than another person, but everyone has their role in every situation.
And that's why I wish people would read the Bible with context.
What is the place and time exactly? What is the place and time we're living in, and what makes sense for your role to be that role? If you cannot think about all these things, then my dear, you shouldn't even be thinking about whether Jesus was a feminist or not, because obviously you don't even have sense. So end it.
Empty vessels, loud noise. That's all I'm saying.
Bum, bum, bum.
So in today's segment of Short and Sweet, I came up with would you rather questions kind of related to the topic. So ladies, I'm going to ask you questions and you say what you would rather do and why or why not. So question number 1, would you rather be told to smile or to calm down? By a man, obviously.
Neither.
None.
No, you have to choose.
Wow.
And why or why not?
Silence you have chosen.
Smile.
Yeah, I feel like I'll go with smile than tell me to calm down. I hate that. I hate when somebody tells me to calm down. Like, what have I done? What have I shown you now that makes you think that I'm not calm? Tell me. I hate
I'll say smile because it's just weird because now I'm looking at you and you're looking at me and then you will leave. What is that? You smile now.
See, I feel like there's no good answer here. But I don't know. I feel like for me, I'd rather they tell me to calm down. Because I feel like I can be a very like heightened person. I'm also a very loud person. So it may not always be the context of like, I don't like what you're saying. But I'm also the kind of person that smiles all the time. So if I'm not smiling, that means I've done something foolish. And so why are you not telling me in the midst of my anger I should smile? Okay. With this smiling, I will kill you. So what do you want?
Wow, this
Like
carries.
that.
What do you want?
I honestly like. I think I'd rather be told to smile because calm down is usually it won't come when you're already calm. Like you're in the midst of like maybe voicing out an opinion passionately, and then someone will just not say calm down.
It's very annoying.
Who are you?
It's very
you
annoying.
to calm down,
right?
And who said I'm not calm? I'm very calm.
Thank you.
What? So disrespectful.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so would you rather get married to a misogynist or never marry?
Never marry, please. What? What are we? This is not even a question. In a heartbeat, never married.
I mean, some people think it is.
Never married.
People like to.
Never married.
Never married.
Never marry for 3, 2. Give me 3 servings of never marry.
Never married.
Because see, truly, a marriage with stress is not a marriage at all. So, and someone who is a misogynist and they identify as a misogynist, you already know that your life will be stressful. They themselves, every conversation you have, they'll be like, feminism. Every conversation you have, I'm the man.
I like how you assume that you can have conversations with no.
Truly.
Ghetto.
Yeah, honestly, I would rather not marry. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like the reason why it's a question is that there are some women out there who truly believe that they would rather be in a relationship and try to mold their partner or try to
False. You cannot change a man.
Cannot. Honestly, it can't work at all.
Change a man. Please get yourself.
The whole idea of when I marry him, he will change. I will change him. It
When
can't work.
somebody shows you who they are, believe them 100%. You cannot change them. They are
Thank
grown.
you, they know.
They're set in their ways. You can't change them.
It's not changing anyway.
It will not be changed.
Leave them. Let them be building like bricklayers. You see your building. Build him up, babes. Build him up. Build him up.
because okay, like that one lady who said she was a feminist before she was single. Do you really think that with that mentality she married a feminist?
Dead that
Probably
lady.
not.
Dead that lady.
Oh man, it's not a conversation.
She's really not.
See, they say do not be unequally yoked. So if you are yoked as a person who believes that you can unfeminize yourself when you're married, then marry a misogynist. But if you're a woman who believes that you have sense in singleness and in marriage, then please stay away from the nonsense.
How did she lose her senses when she got married?
Please.
Getting
That's
that
the purpose when you marry wrong.
yeah, marry wrong.
Be a potter. Be molding it with clay. Mold it well.
Mold him.
Wrap it. Put it in the mold it.
Build him up. Mold your partner.
Just be beautiful.
Shape him. Sculpt him.
Team. Design himself. Not
Arts and crafts. That's what you marry.
Not smart and craft.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, would you rather find true love or a suitcase with $5 billion? This is a fun one.
I would
Find
take
true
$5
love
billion.
or what? $5 billion?
I would take the $5 billion.
Let's hear why.
Why? I truly feel like if you're someone who believes in soulmates and true love and things like that, then get the true love, because maybe you feel like you can only get that once in your life. As someone who has been raised to believe that soulmates are a lie, and that yes, because my mother has told me that soulmates are not a real thing, and I believe that. But then there's also someone who believes that it takes more than love to make a relationship work. Don't worry, I can make it work. And with that money, I will meet my caliber of people who can also make it work with sense. So $5 billion, bring it my way.
I'll take true love because I feel like our partnership will be like unmatched. I will have full potential. And like, if we're in love, then like our bond would be like really strong. Like nothing can.
Your fingers cannot even go in there properly.
So I'm gonna say love for 5,000 things.
Spell love.
I'll take love too. Please, the Bible says money is the root of all evil.
Okay, give me the money. I'll repent after. Give me the money. I'll repent after. It's
Sorry
okay.
for my life. So
No,
please,
but I feel
love.
like if you're saying that like true love, which the wording, but like let's say my utmost ideal 100% compatible person.
That's the one I mean. Yeah.
Really, the money will be inevitable. I'll take the person.
I'll take the person. True love.
Stick with my $5 billion.
Truly, I will take the money because I will pay a matchmaker to find me the kind of man that I need. She will do background tests. She will do. I already want to do that. Please, I'll take the money. Let me have the money, please. Because yeah, like I believe what Karis also believes that like you don't have one true soulmate or whatever. Because like you can make it work with anybody. And I feel like once I'm within the billionaires or the millionaires, I will find somebody. I will find someone. Okay.
Right,
Would you rather be brainwashed by one religion or be skeptical and not trusting of all religions?
That's a good one.
Well, damn.
I would rather, personally, I feel like I would rather be brainwashed by one religion. Because I truly feel like this world, if you don't have something that you believe in and you can have like total faith in, it's easy to just be, this world is already stressful, but having faith in something helps keep you grounded, at least in some way, sane. So to add the stress of life, plus not the stress of being skeptical of every single religion, I don't have that kind of energy. Let me just know that I believe in one thing, whether it's real or whether it's right or wrong. I mean, it's real or it's not. Let me be holding on to that belief until I die. I'll be okay.
Yeah, I'd rather be brainwashed too. I don't have the strength.
Brainwashed.
And now, Bobby, it's only one religion. Compared to, do you know how many religions we have? Now to be skeptical of every single religion.
One. And to be honest, when you don't know something, then you're not
exactly.
If you don't know,
you're brainwashed by that one religion that you're brainwashed, that is you take it as your religion. You take it as that's your faith. Anyways, so.
But I'm just thinking. I don't know. I'm thinking about the wording. Is it faith if you're brainwashed?
No. I said brainwashed, not faith.
That's what I'm saying. It's not faith if you're brainwashed. I like the idea of skepticism. I'll pick skepticism. While I like choose one religion, sure. But I want to know that if something is that religion, if there's I would want to question things. When you're brainwashed, you don't question, you don't go along with the flow. I like to question things. I like to know why things are the way they are. Why, like, if I'm going to give 100% faith in one religion, I need to have really seen the ins and outs of that one and of other ones to know that that is the one that I know is for me.
I like to argue anyway, so that's right for me. I don't like to argue. Please, there's no arguing. My mother, if you try to say too much, she would have slapped you. So please, there's no arguing. Go straight to the point. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I like to argue, but I feel like if you're like they serve like how some religions are like cults, like, right, where you're so enclosed by this religion that you don't know there's anything else out there. So if that's all I know, that's what I've been raised in, that's the life I know, and there's never going to be a chance of me getting out of this controlled space. What's my one? That's what I will know as life. I'll wake up, I'll live my life. When I'm done, I die. I go on.
Brainwash is easier, I would say. It's easier to just have someone else make decisions and have your life fully planned out and go with whatever
and be on autopilot.
Yeah. But that also feels a little bit boring. I can't say. I can't, like, it's a little bit spicy.
No, only.
I would also choose the skepticism. I think that's already me. Like, I'm pretty skeptical about everything. So I just, the idea of being brainwashed, like I've watched so many documentaries about cults and how people just like lose sense of reality and they are like stuck in this place. And I mean, it is easier because you don't question anything. You basically, if it's to feed the goats, you feed the goats every day. You just do what you have to do. But it wouldn't be for me. I would for sure start to question, like, there must be something out there. Like, within that brainwashed state, I just think I would be in so much turmoil because I'll be like, but is this all? So yeah, that's what I would choose. So the last question. Would you rather be completely insane and know that you're insane, or be completely insane and believe that you are sane? So be oblivious.
This question,
I don't understand, bro. Like this question.
Would you rather be insane and know that you're actually crazy, or would you rather be insane and think that you're fine?
I would rather be insane and know that I'm insane. Because I cannot be out in these streets looking stupid. That's it.
What if you already do?
What do you look at? No, but like if you're insane and you don't know, then everybody is just knowing that this one, no thoughts behind her eyes. I can't live like that. And I think I'm making sense. And I'm talking with confidence, you know. Let's just know that everything that's in the mouth, nothing. In the head, nothing. I know, you know, we know. We both know not to take us seriously. Because now, other people are not taking me seriously and I'm angry. Because why are they not taking me seriously? But they all know that I'm insane. I just don't know. No, I can't have. That's too much for me.
Yeah, that's double madness. I'd rather be insane and know that I'm insane than to think that I'm sane. Nah. It's alright. Let me be mad.
I don't know, man. I feel insanity and insanity is all on the spectrum. We're all insane to a certain degree. But if I had to pick one, I don't know. I feel like I would probably pick I'll be insane, but I think I'm sane. Reason being, because why do I care what other people think? Like, why is that effect? Like, I wouldn't want to be insane and know, oh no, I'm crazy. Let me know that if I'm insane, because last, the base of this question is that you're going to be insane regardless. But if I'm going to be insane, let me at least be insane and happy. Let me be insane and not bothered. Let me be insane and still feeling like everything's... If other people know I'm insane and they're treating me like that, that's their problem. I don't give...
But why do you want to live in denial though?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with... But at the end of the day, it's not denial to me. It's just my life. And I'm insane. So like any aspect of reality is gone for me. There is no reality with me because I'm insane. But I might as well be insane and happy than to be insane and sad because I know in the back of my mind there's something going on.
Guys, why did you say you happy? Somebody say you'll not be happy or that you'll not be sad.
That's how I interpreted the question to me. Like, if I know that I'm insane, that means it will bring back my head. That means it's going to be stressing me out. That, oh, just so you know, you may be doing things, but know that you are insane. Why do I want to have that in my head? If I'm already going to be insane, let me at least be oblivious. Let me just
so different from what's in my head.
Other people should look at me however they want. At the end of the day, they're also not whatever they're doing, even though they may be treating me a certain way, I may also be interpreting their mistreatment as regular or something else. I may be looking down at them as well. I don't know, you don't know what you're talking about because I'm the one that is up here, you're the one that is down there. Last time I'll be living the life, I'll be living lavish.
Truly.
Let me be insane and not know about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Karis. I would rather not know. Please, I'll be so happy, create my own world. I'll be queen of the world to me. And I won't care. Even if everyone else is seeing that I'm insane, it doesn't make a difference to my life because I'll still be happy. And truly, that's how some people live. They don't know. And they're happy.
I need to know.
No, because I feel like it will bug me.
For you. Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
No.
You know how some people just know that last where you can't take me seriously. I don't take myself seriously. Nobody should be looking to me for anything. But not the one. Like I was like, if I think I'm sane, like now, I think I'm sane. I feel like I have things to say, and I feel like people should listen. If I'm insane, and only me doesn't know that I'm insane, I'm still talking like I think people should listen, but nobody's listening. That would frustrate me.
But not necessarily though, because
you don't know that nobody would listen.
You know how they treat.
They all think I'm insane. I don't think people are insane.
They might be entertained and they'll listen for that.
Because part of the
I'm not a clown.
Well, you're insane. You kind of are.
You kind of are.
Lucky.
Okay, you know why I'm also picking this answer? A part of the treatment for I think dementia is whatever people say their reality is when they have dementia, just accept it and let them live their life that way. So you're not disrupting the reality they've created for themselves. So if in my younger years I was this big diplomat or whatever and everyone respected me, when I now have dementia, I'm still going to be believing I'm still the diplomat. I'm going around making executive decisions. Like, so I was watching a show the other day. Homeboy was a therapist. He now has dementia, but in the hospital where he used to work, he's now with patients. But everyone still calls him doctor, whatever his name was. They still let him come into, like, treat him like he's coming into a session and, like, you know, helping people. But it's just the staff break room where he thinks he's helping people. But, like, he's happy in his life.
Yeah.
The rest of his life, happy, no stress. You know, everyone around him knows he's insane, but he's also around a group of people who are able to manage that reality. So I feel like, well, to a degree.
Yeah, I guess. Let me put it like that. Sure, I see why you would choose to want to not know.
Yeah. That's the end of the segment.
Please, I still like to know. All right. Thank you for listening.
Want to say something?
Oh no.
Okay.
You're cutting me off.
Merci.
Okay. Thank you for listening and watching this episode. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, you can leave us a review. If you're watching on YouTube, you can put a comment down and tell us what you thought. Do you agree or disagree with what we're saying? Do you agree with Mr. Mike Bamile or feminism? He's taking all of us to hell. If you want to send us a question or a response or a comment, whatever, you can DM us on Instagram or send us an email, and then we'll see you in the next episode. Bye!
Bye!